Today, a couple of squads here to square off in a Big 12 showdown. As we'll see, the winners of 4 straight, the Texas Longhorns, taking on the Oklahoma State Cowboys. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Cowboys will put total leather to crank us up. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. So Texas's return team didn't help matters out much with that one. And as we look out on the field, here comes the man who makes it all go, and that's this quarterback.
Yeah, and he's big time. That's why he's up for all these awards. He's known. Everybody knows exactly what he brings to the table. He can run it. He can throw it. They're expecting a big day from this young fella.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back.
False start offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Well, this is not what the doctor ordered in terms of starting field position. Slams his way forward. He'll get 3 out to the 11.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding him the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
On second down, they'll take to the air. Finds a man on the left. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. Burnt Orange burning some secondaries, working this guy down the field.
Yeah, making those big plays down the field. Texas, when you think about great teams, you think about explosive playmakers, making those big plays, keeping those defenses on their heels.
And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
The Longhorns want to crank the tempo.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
Here comes the offense on second down. The aerial assault continues. He finds his man. Oh, he gave him the dead leg. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
And the Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. Wide receiver now comes in motion. With jet sweep pass. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
The Longhorns have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Longhorns!
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10-15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown. Everything working perfectly. They look like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the Oklahoma State Cowboys offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And both of these teams have anchors in the middle that you build your defense around.
And everybody just seems to look to these two guys when there's a big play on the field that needs to happen, right?
They're making all the calls. They're making sure that they're in the right spots, run, pass, getting everybody organized, and they do it at a high level.
The offense set for a first down play. Looking to move it through the air. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. After getting nothing done on the last one, this is a big play, 2nd and long from the 11. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
He'll pull it down and run. Open space at the 25. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30. Bunch formation for these receivers. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And how about the timing of the linebacker on the blitz to get in the backfield and get the tackle for loss?
Is there anything better for a linebacker than to run on a blitz and nobody's home except the back?
Such a great feeling when the Moses parts the Red Sea and the hole opens up and you go fill it.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
He gets a block. Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, David. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Looking to go up top on first down. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. Touchdown, Cowboys! The defense takes matters into their own hands.
And I love the way they break on the football, swarm to the football. This is why you do it, because sometimes the ball comes out, the linebacker picks it up, and tell you what, the big fella shows some speed, takes it all the way back for 6.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point puts them on top by 1. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. They're lining up to kick it away, and that defense salivating after getting the scoop and score. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, You have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. He's out past the 35. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. The Longhorns headed quickly to the line.
Hey, listen, explosive plays comes in all different shapes and sizes. That time they attack the outside to the left on the ground, and that is a momentum-shifting play.
They know they have a huge advantage there. I expect them to go right back to it.
And what do you do now if you're on defense? You got to be expecting that they're going to try and attack that side of the field, maybe in the same way, maybe on this next play right here.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. They'll go to the ground. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I mean, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
After losing yardage, it's 2nd and 12. Finds his big tight end. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. And the Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Working the middle, it's complete. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. This offense has a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. It's complete on the right side. They make the stop, and that's how the first quarter will end. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Oklahoma State has the lead here. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. Push down for the tackle.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
He wants to pass it on 2nd down. Makes the catch. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Texas. On to attempt the try. And the extra point is good, and the lead is 6. So a scoring drive there of 83 yards, and they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Slips through his hands and incomplete, and they had everything set up for the screen except the catch. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Hit as he throws. It's complete. Nothing but green ahead. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one. The tackle is finally made. They think there's room to run to the right here. He's there to make the stop.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They get him stopped at the 30, but not before he gets 5 yards. This is the type of play that decides games. Are you tough enough to convert 3rd and short from the 30? From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. And the Cowboys decide to punt it away. This will be the second time. Get away. And he can't quite get it down or out of bounds. It's into the end zone for a touchback. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of bounce, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Pollard.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. Motion from the offense. Touch pass on the run. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Working that left side now. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Offense gets set for 2nd down.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Going for the big play. And he makes the catch inside the 10. Touchdown, Longhorns! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. And with the extra point, they stretch the lead to 13. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the capper coming on that 48-yard touchdown dart. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. They try to pop a run on the draw. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Finds a man in the middle. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
The Cowboys come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. He's got an open man. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. And the Cowboys are moving quickly down the field. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. They're trying to get to it. Got it in the middle. It's Waddle. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Getting some heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. The kicker will reach for a 36-yard attempt. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. He'll call for the fair catch here. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. Ran the ball on first down. Let's see what they do on second. He's looking to throw. He lets one fly deep. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On third down, going up top. Quickly to the tight end. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
You know, the tight end's going to have to do a better job of separating and giving his quarterback a place to go with the football. That time just couldn't create it, and as a result, as soon as he made the catch, he was brought to the ground, setting up fourth down.
This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity.
He's loose. The 20. Just what they were looking for. A huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. After ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, now they've got it 1st and 10 from the 13. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. On second down, he'll try to make the connection. Still looking on the move. Headed to the end zone. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Pistols firing. Touchdown, Cowboys.
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Georgia Tech is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about in the ATL for some time. They're up by 31 over Pittsburgh. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on him for us.
And I tell you what, we've kind of gotten to the point where we expect QBs to be robots and just never to miss and always put it right on the face mask or right on the numbers. And right there, you could tell he just missed a little bit off, and I guarantee he's tapping his helmet saying, hey, that's...
Going for it all. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Snags it over the middle. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. The Longhorns come to the line in the hurry-up. Trying to find his man on first down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
And he makes the grab at the 20. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather.
How great is it to have a running back who can basically run your entire route tree? You don't see a lot of guys line up and then run vertically down the field, get open, and make a big play. This dude is special.
From the red zone, looking for a space. It's complete. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away.
Texas, 27. Oklahoma State, 17.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll try the run. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a magnificent game there so far in Stillwater. And we have to start this halftime breakdown by addressing the play of this elite wide receiver. This is clearly a young man who, once he's finished playing on Saturdays, he's going to be playing on Sundays. The kid has different gears. He has a knack for finding gaps in the defense. And I can't remember a college player with that kind of catch radius. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Boone Pickens Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. And the Longhorns will kick it off to start the second half. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Oklahoma State has it back and the offense is on the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think then if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. That's caught. It's Waddle. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
That's a great job by the wide receiver there on a critical down. Third down, running the curl route, coming back to the football, making the catch, and picking up the first.
He wants to throw it again. Finds his man. It's Waddle. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down. The Cowboys are moving quickly down the field. From the gun, to give, looking for room. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
Quick toss. At the 35, he's loose. And that's what this option will do to you. They got the pitch man free, and he was off to the races. And the Cowboys have it with a 1st and 10. The run from the shotgun. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Running back goes in motion. Looking to throw on 2nd down. And wings it incomplete.
And I'm kind of surprised by this performance, man. The QB last week, you could tell, dude, he was in rhythm. He was good timing. You could tell the chemistry with receivers were good. And today, everything just looks off. And it looks hard. It looks difficult. They got to find a way to get back in the rhythm they were in last week.
Hold it. Offense.
This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. He's going to have to get into this one a little bit from 47 yards away. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
And listen, they didn't get the huge play off of that, but I love the ability to show that and be able to show plays off of that jet motion and just show them you're willing to complete it. But, you know, get those little chunks at a time. It doesn't have to always be a home run. That's still a successful play.
They'll wrestle him down just short of the 1st down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. Looks as if he's going to run it. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the 1st down. They have it at the 36. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on 1st down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the 1st down.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Going to try to get it himself. At the 35, he's got room. And he has vexed his defense with the scrambles. Another 1st down and yet another big gain.
He can throw it. He can buy time. He can run it. What can't he do? This guy's so talented. When he does stuff like this, there's no way to stop it. There's no way to coach a defense up against this. He's just really fast, and I can't catch him.
Oh, he had it right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on 1st down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. An attitude run as he's dragged down after a pickup of 6 down to the 14.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a 1st down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Got some room, headed to the goal line. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
And this is why offenses are so hard to stop. When you have such great playmakers at the quarterback spot. 3rd down, if people are covered, what can he do?
And you'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Longhorns! Texas fight, and fighting them through the air and on the ground, reminiscent of Colt McCoy's big day against A&M in 2009.
Yeah, just doing whatever they want. And this is a good spot to be. Listen, Texas gets a highly recruited kid at quarterback every single year. Can this be the guy that takes them to the next level? Today is a good day.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
They'll run play action. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
Yeah, a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Here's the handoff. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Cowboys will bring the punt team onto the field.
In punt formation to kick it away.
They call it a coffin corner kick for a reason, and you really can't do it any better than that. He puts that thing out of bounds right around the goal line. 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. You got to take care of the ball, but there is room to take a shot here. Little touch pass to the receiver. Can anyone catch him? The 40. He's at the 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Texas! No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive feat.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Guys, this offense is already reeling down. Multiple possessions, really need to cash in on this drive. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And the pass hits, picked off. Taking it the other way. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Longhorns! The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception, and you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide out in motion. The receiver on the jet sweep. Turns it on in midfield. He's off to the races. The 10. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Cowboys! Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
Fair catch, called for and made. This should be the last play of the quarter. Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw, trying to get to it. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
He'll try to do it himself. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35.
Man, that's so frustrating, and it happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Quarterback checking the play. On second down, looking to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, as a quarterback, when you get to the outside, you know you don't have all day to throw it. You got these defenders, they are coming. They're running at you hard, so you've got to do a better job getting the ball out quicker. That hit forced the incompletion.
He looks that one in nicely. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. The Longhorns look to keep this drive humming. Give to the running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Zings it complete to the right. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. He knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. With that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. He'll pull it down. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
Nice scramble, unbelievable job after dropping back to pass and understanding the situation, and a nice heads-up play. Slide. Live to fight another down. Don't try to make a bigger play and run through somebody big and get yourself hurt.
They'll throw it on first down. Wide open downfield. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
Fast motion from the offense. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Touchdown, Texas! And the stomping has commenced. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Texas, 55. Oklahoma State, 27.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. Comes out throwing on first down. Got his man on the outside. Crosses the 30, he's got away. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
Second down coming up. He's looking to throw. They're bringing heat. And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
It is so nice when you get a team down and you know the pass is coming. They have to pass, and that's why that dude's got 3 sacks, because they're pummeling them. All passing situations, all rushing the passer, all padding the stats.
Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. And the Cowboys come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Feeling some heat. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
They got more sacks than a grocery store. Goodness gracious, time and time again, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground. This defense having their way.
Got it in the middle, it's Riley. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Complete downfield. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
And first down for the offense.
He's going to pass. And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
And man, is that a just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't.
And it's picked off. Got room on the return. He's at the 40. And after the interception, he brings it back and gets it inside the 35. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Line gets set, first down. He wants to throw. He's going to run it. Across the 25, he's got room. And the strategy of just letting the quarterback run until he gets tired is not a winning one. Another explosive play and another first down.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
He makes the connection.
And his offense continuing to spin the football, man, continuing to add to a great day. They built this big lead. They've shown you a variety that they can do a lot of really, really good things. And I like it, man. Continue to throw the football. Continue to be who you are. It's the defense's job to stop you.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Texas, number 2 in the end zone.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Navy was anything but dominant today, but the midshipmen are going to leave this stadium today winners A lot to work on, no question, but they avoid one in the L column. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on. And now just throw another sack in the equation. Hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
Love to see the fearlessness of a quarterback to work the middle of the field.
And he's got so much confidence in his own arm talent to be able to get that full.
And the freshman will chalk up a sack. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. He's back to throw on second down. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. It's complete to the right. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Wants to return it. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. Looking for a productive play on first down. Quarterback will audible. They'll start this drive with a pass. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. The Longhorns want to move quickly. On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Gets open down the middle. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down. Lining up to convert third down. They'll try to get the first through the air. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Final pass falls to the turf, and that'll be the ball game. This is what an elite team does. They know their